What's up, y'all? Tommy here with Everyday Finance. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a fairly new business banking account that I've just stumbled across, and I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to be looking into incorporating this into my business. So, if you're someone who either has a business or is looking to start a business sometime in the future, then you won't want to miss this video. Now, really, the big reason why I find bank accounts like this so interesting is because back in the day, it was a completely different landscape, right? I remember back in the day when you were looking at bank accounts, really all you had was more of the bigger brick and mortar banks, right? Be like, like the Wells Fargo, Bank of America's, Chase, things like that, right? And I'm talking strictly here in the US. Now, the issue with that was that, these banks wanted to charge like pretty much for everything. Not only did you have to pay for the bank account itself, but they would typically charge you fees for pretty much anything that you try to do, right? And that's why I think it's so revolutionary or such a game change, at least a bit of a shakeup in the banking industry or the finance industry as a whole when these fintech companies started coming up. Because with these fintech companies, you're going to see that they're a lot more I think a lot more modernized, right? You lose some of the benefits that you had with your standard bigger banks, but you gain so much more, right? And that's what we're going to deep dive into in this video. Now, what is actually Novo Business Banking? Now, it's relatively newer online bank. It's been out for about 3 to 4 years. Now, I think this bank is really great for anyone who's, looking to start a new business or someone who wants, a bank account with, without all the issues that you had with a brick and mortar business or brick and mortar bank if you had a bank like that. Now, this is really going to be tailored more so for people running online businesses, right? The reason being is, if you're if you're running a brick and mortar business where you have to constantly be dropping off cash, then this is going to work for you because this is more of an online bank, right? Novo Business doesn't have any actual brick and mortar locations. Everything's online. So that's something that you'll want to keep in mind. On top of that, I think it also works great for, freelancers or consultants, people who you're working with clients online and, you're receiving payments online or you're invoicing clients online. So I think that's also, this bank will be a good resource for you in that situation as well. Now, for me, one of the biggest benefits and one of the reasons why I decided to even shoot a video on this in the first place is because of their free ATM access. Now, the great thing about this bank is they are, when they say free ATM access, you can use any ATM. They will reimburse all the fees worldwide. So that worked perfectly for me because I'm in a situation right now where, just for example, you can look around me. I'm currently not in the States anymore. I've kind of been traveling 1 month on, 1 month off, doing kind of like, not really a vacation, more of like a workcation, if you will. Like I'm pretty much working throughout the weekend, and on the weekends or in the afternoons after I'm done working, I'll go out and visit whatever city I'm in. So I was able to try it in Colombia. I shot some videos while I was out there in Colombia, and now I'm currently in Guadalajara, down in Mexico, in Jalisco, Mexico. So this bank works perfect for me in the situation. Now, I don't typically pull money like cash out of my bank accounts, but it just gives me that option and I have that flexibility if I need to do it. So that was really one major selling point for me, was that they were allowing me to be able to just reimburse. They were going to reimburse any type of ATM fees that I might have to deal with. Okay. Now, on top of that, when it comes to fees, there's pretty much no bank fees, man. You're not paying no monthly fees. There's no minimum balance requirements. There's no incoming wire fees, no transaction fees, ACH fees, no stop payment fees, debit card replacement fees, paper statement fees. The only fees that I was seeing was that they do have a fee for insufficient funds. So if you ever try to pay for something, you don't have enough cash in your account, it gets, it has to get reversed, then you're gonna end up paying a $27 insufficient funds fee, okay? Now, when it comes to actually a deposit, let me make sure on my notes. Okay, in terms of an opening, you do have to have a minimum balance requirement for if you're just opening the account, and that minimum balance is $50. So I think that's well within reach for a lot of people, especially if you're starting to build a new business. You're gonna need more than $50 if you're starting a new business, and if you're running a business, then I'm sure that you putting $50 into an account shouldn't be a big deal. Now, this is just to open the account. They have no minimum balance requirements, like I mentioned earlier. So as you're using the accounts, it's not like you got to keep a certain minimum in there, like you're going to see with the brick and mortar banks. Like, for example, I have another brick and mortar bank that I use, and or a bigger bank that I use, and they charge, I think you have to pay $10 a month if you don't keep at least $500. You keep a daily balance of $500 in the account. Okay, so another benefit for this, it also has Novo reserves, which basically is like you can kind of look at like they allow you to segregate a portion of the income that you have coming in, so you can kind of set aside some funds for whatever kind of things you want, like whether it's taxes, you want to like segregate out a portion of the profits, or payroll, or any other type of expenses that are business expenses that you might be dealing with. So I think that's a huge benefit. There is another bank. I shot another video. I'm not sure if it's going to be released by the time you see this, but it should be soon, where I talk about my top 3 business bank accounts. And there was another bank that kind of did something similar to that. So you'll want to check out the video and see if the other bank might be a good fit for you as well. But for me currently, this is my go-to bank that I don't like opening a lot of accounts, and I think this one just made perfect sense for me in terms of getting it open, right? On top of that, they allow you to send any paper checks through your account. So online, you can have a paper check issued and sent out to, for any payments. So for example, if you need to pay a bill and they're only accepting check, if that ever happens, I think nowadays you're covered on that end. But if you're in that situation, then you're able to just do it through your account, and they'll send out a check free of charge for you. Now, they also have really great partnerships. You're going to see a lot of the fintech companies nowadays are they're trying to partner with other different types of business companies that are kind of they're bolt-ons to your business. And one example is Stripe. So for those of you guys who don't know, Stripe is a payment processor. So if you're trying to accept payments online, you have to have a way to get someone's credit card information and charge their account, right? Typically, you're going to use a payment processor, and Stripe is one of the bigger ones, probably it's probably number one in the space. And it looks like right now they're offering $20,000 in fee-free payment processing, so you'll have access to that. And so that means you're not going to pay any fees for the first $20,000 that you process through that account. And now the crazy thing is, this is just one of the offerings that they have when it comes to like business type of discounts they have with business offerings. A few other ones that I saw was they offer $3,000 credit for Google Cloud. So for those of you guys who use Google or plan on using Google Cloud, you'll get a $3,000 credit. You get first 3 months of Gusto free. Gusto is kind of like I want to say like a payroll system. I'm sure some of you guys are using it. You know more about it, you can throw it down in the comments. But that's kind of how I've been looking at it is, in doing certain changes with my business, I'm going to need to start using, doing a lot of payroll stuff. And this is more than likely an offering that I'll take advantage of. Another thing they have is 6 months free of any Zendesk suite access. So any plan that you choose, you can get 6 months free of it. Zendesk is going to be, I look at it more so for the customer service, right? So if people are sending you emails, things like that, you can have the emails or any type of customer support issues sent through Zendesk, and it makes it a lot easier for you to systematize and create processes and just be able to keep track of how long it's taking you to answer any type of customer questions and just automate a lot of the process. Now, on top of that, they also have good integrations for Shopify and QuickBooks. They're trying to make it like a one-stop shop, so you're able to see everything from their dashboard, like anything going on in your QuickBooks, anything going on your Shopify account. So those are also options as well. But I really like the way that they've kind of tailored it, man. They've made it to where you're able to be able to bolt on any type of other softwares that you're using to connect it to it. You're at Shopify, you can set up the integration to automatically to get your payments sent through there, things like that, right? Now, in terms of where I see them going, in terms of me just kind of speculating, I think that they will eventually start offering some sort of like credit product. The reason why I say that is I've seen Amazon do it, I've seen Shopify do it, and I think Novo is going to be able to do that because they're going to have access to so much information, right? They have your bank information. They can kind of see, what kind of transactions you have coming in, where they're coming from. And based off of that, they can kind of get make an educated decision on how much credit to give you, right? So maybe they say, hey, we're going to extend you, they say you have 10,000 coming into your account every month, right? $10,000 coming every month, and they see that your expenses are only $1,000 a month, so you're saving $9,000 every single month. Then in that situation, it might make sense for them to say, hey, we'd like to extend you a line of credit for $10,000 or $20,000, right? They can see that you're going to be able to pay that back because of your banking data. And so that's kind of the route I see that I see them going and starting to offer different sorts of credit and things like that. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much the gist of it for this video, guys. This is going to be a bank account that I'm looking into getting into pretty soon. I'll link to them down below. I did set up an affiliate partnership with them. I haven't gotten to speak with the company directly. I do plan on trying to reach out to them and talk with their marketing team and things like that, just to get a little more information and kind of see how they're looking to position this product. But for me right now, it just makes sense. It seems like it's the best account out there right now for me to be able to use. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you'd like to take advantage of this, bank account, then go ahead and click the link down below. You're going to be able to set up an account. Again, you just need a $50 you need a minimum $50 to open the account, and then from there, boom, you're good to go. Okay, so that's gonna be the gist of it for this video, guys. If you found this information valuable, be sure that you hit the like button on this video so we can get this out to more people. Also, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my future videos, and make sure you comment down below any questions you might have, as well as any other types of videos that you'd like to see related to business and building business credit. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I will see you at the next one. Peace.